Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. For those new here, my name is Tiffany. So as I was meditating on today's reading, I was seeing the Four of Swords a lot, and then I was also hearing shifting from surviving to thriving. So it feels like a lot of you guys are turning inwards and doing the inner work. And then I also pulled in my pre-shuffle, I pulled a card and it was the withdrawal card. So for many of you, you guys may be going through some tough situations that are asking you to detach from something that you have been doing, something that feels normal, something that you have built your foundation on, whether that is in love or in your material realm, home, finances, career. And this shift is going to ask you guys to turn inwards, to sink deeper into what is really happening for you, because I feel like there's a lot of things bubbling up to the surface in the subconscious realm. So we're gonna see what's going on for you guys. Let's get a bit deeper, shall we? Spirit, guides, angels, ancestors, what are the best and highest messages for my collective at this time? All right, so we have take risk, and another one popped out and it was love. So this is automatically asking you to sink down into that heart space and do something that you have either been putting off because it either A, hasn't been the right timing, B, hasn't been something that you could feasibly do, but now Spirit is asking you to really take the forefront of your desires and your wishes and your goals, and to take the risk on that, to start to invest in something. I'm really seeing the goat here. This is very Capricorn to me, and Capricorn is all about diligence, prosperity, also putting in the hard work. And I think that this has been something that you guys have been going back and forth about for quite some time. Now they're really asking you, oh, my ears are ringing. They're asking you to sink deeper into grounding that in the 3D if it is something that you want to do. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have play here. So also to lighten some of this load, some play is definitely needed. Really tend to that inner child. And that's going to help get this energy moving, but also have a grounded place in your life. So we have the last hurrah. Can I get one more, Spirit? Can I get one more? It feels like you're wrapping up something that may have served you at one point in your life, but now it's not. Yeah, and then we have the star here. So you're really focusing on what is going to help elevate you in your life. So the star is also ruled by Aquarius, and Aquarius is a very individual and very also at the same time collective. It's very dichotomous. So when you think about Aquarius, it's also a lot of rebellion energy. I feel like you guys are starting to build your own force around something, and you are sinking in and breaking up the disillusion in the ways that you have been programmed to think and feel. And this is a lot of really deep work. So when you are processing things on a deeper level, it asks you to pull stuff up from the shadow, pull stuff up from the psyche, and really look at it and analyze it and feel it and ask it questions. It's, is this still serving me? Is this a pattern that I've had for, my whole entire upbringing? Why am I still carrying this belief or this thought pattern? Really sit and challenge the thoughts that are coming up. And ask if they are there because you have used them to keep you safe, or if they're even yours. They may not even be your thoughts or patterns. So, and then at the bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers. Yeah. So also something revolving around relationships and your interconnections. And looking at attachment styles is a big one too that's coming up for a lot of people. The way that you interact with people? Are you avoidant, codependent, secure, anxious? You know, that is a really big tell of what is going on underneath the surface for you. So, all right, Spirit, let's dive a bit deeper here. Can we get some structure for this reading and see what exactly is going on? We also have the sun moving into Virgo on the 22nd of this month. So that's exciting. We're shifting from the big expansion of Leo, and now we're going into that hermit. You know, we're doing the withdrawal, and we're taking stock before winter really hits to prepare. All right, so far we have the Nine of Presents and the Page of Potions. All right, so this really is about your wishes and desires, because the Nine of Presents, that is a very singular energy. Yeah, you guys are graduating. I love this, actually. You're graduating from going from a place of grinding and struggling, and now moving into a space of feeling like you can actually feel. And this is a big part of releasing the burdens that you have accumulated over the years from specific situations. And then we have the Seven of Potions. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, there is the Seven of Potions, which is also the Seven of Cups. And this could be a little bit of illusionary, cloudy energy. So you may be experiencing some brain fog. There may be some emotions that are asking to come up and be purged, but things just feel a little bit hazy right now. And that also has to do with a lot going on astrologically. But also, if you are in transition with something, it feels as though the details may need to be ironed out a little bit. So, but we're going to start here with this Nine of Presents. So this is the Nine of Pentacles, and this is a very singular energy, but this is also about getting what you want and moving towards what you want. I'm also hearing breaking the chains. And now that song, The Chain from Fleetwood Mac, is coming on. But this is all about knowing your worth and knowing that you can really achieve everything that you want if you believe that you can do it. So, and Pentacles are all about the groundingness of your energy. So this can be about aligning the heart and the mind with the body. And the Page of Potions here at the heart of your reading, we have the Page of Potions and the Nine of Potions at the heart of your reading. So this is really about the heart space. What are you feeling like you want to call in? What are you feeling like you want to experience? Is it more love? Is it more play? Is it joy? You know, this, once you sink down into, okay, what do I want to feel on a regular basis? That is when your soul expression can really start to work with you. Once you strategize and kind of figure out, okay, I've done this part of the journey, but now it's time for me to really sink down into my heart and start to radiate this love and start to attract that to you, because I really do feel like this is a big expansive energy, and that energy is magnetic. If you are radiating that love and that compassion and that kindness, you're going to find that you're going to have more of that coming to you. It's the law of attraction. But I feel like this is almost like a new up leveling for you. And we have the Wheel of Fortune here, and this is a karmic lesson that I feel like you are now on the other side to reap the rewards from. And something where you may have felt tied down, may have felt very in a box. Now you are moving away from that. you're moving away from things that keep you confined, like a rat in a cage, or it's almost like feeling like you are a gilded bird in a cage too. Um, Now I think you're moving into more of that energy where you can be expansive and you can play. And I feel like you guys have been sitting on golden nuggets of ideas for a very long time, but you haven't figured out how to implement them. And now we're moving into a time frame where the seasons are really going to start to shift. We're moving into Virgo season. We're going to start to experience the fall in September. This is a time to really retreat and go inwards in preparation for the next season and turning of the cycles. So you can also use this as an opportunity for incubation, is what I'm hearing. Incubation and germination. So what is it that you are wanting to express? What is it that you are wanting to pull out into the world? But I do see here there is the Three of Potions and the Nine of Potions, and then we have the Moon in reverse, which is great actually. So this is really a time about community and sisterhood and interconnections. This is my wine and dine with your girlfriends card. And if you guys have seen Nightmare Before Christmas, they all stack on top of each other and they start to sing. But they are a part of another. They all have their own parts to play. And I feel like you are starting to sink into, what is my part in this world? What do I want to be putting out? What are my strengths? What are my goals? What is my purpose? This feels like a very deep reading. And then we have the Moon in reverse and we have the Three of Candles. So I'm feeling like moving away from the fears and the secrets and the things that lie deep into your psyche that you don't want to look at. By you releasing the fear of looking at those things, this is actually going to cause movement for you. As above, so below. Once you do the inner work, your outer world will also reflect that. The Three of Candles is the Three of Wands in the traditional tarot. And this one is all about expansion. It's about moving into the unknown. And oftentimes fear comes up when we haven't been somewhere before, when things are just, there's a level of uncertainty. But by you taking the risk and going in the path unknown, you're going to be building something that is authentic to you, whether that is a relationship, career, whatever it is for you. But I feel like this is also a really big piece of your emotions that are starting to blossom and want to come out, because this is a very emotive reading. So I'm going to get some clarification on the Moon in reverse here. Spirit, what is going on with this Moon in reverse, please? Okay. Okay. So with the Moon in reversed, I have the Six of Cups, the Devil, and the Ten of Cups. So this is feeling like you guys have been building a life with somebody, and now you are looking at the unhealthy attachments that are playing into that and how this has shaped you in your life. And for some of you, you may be going through divorces. I know that's a big theme is centered around relationships right now. But you're sitting and thinking about, what do I want out of my life in the long term? Do I want to continue building a life with somebody who does not give me the emotions that I need? Or am I going to take the risk and move forward into new horizons? And this really is about worth. This is saying, I am worthy of the love that I need and also the love that I put out. And the 10 of Cups, this is all about, the home, the kids, the dog. Like this is emotional satisfaction. And I think you guys are really taking a leap, and you are doing the last hurrah. You're closing out a cycle that doesn't serve you anymore. And with the Lovers underneath that, this really does have to do with your inner connections. And I think you guys have been serving and pleasing other people for so long, that to the point where you are now feeling depleted. And now Spirit is saying, okay, well, you are people pleasing as a defense mechanism because you feel like you are worthy when you are people pleasing. And that is a toxic thought pattern. You are worthy. Just you being you is enough. You don't have to overgive or put yourself in depletion to feel worthy. You already are worthy. And this has a lot to do with self-work and self-care and stepping into that queen and that empress energy. And to be able to say no is also a complete sentence. And doing the work to understand why you choose certain things is a really big thing that's coming up here too. Because I feel like you guys have been keeping a lot to yourself. And this is the Queen of Swords in the traditional tarot and the Queen of Needles, and it is inverted. So a lot of you guys are building up some resentment towards somebody, something, some sort of partnership. And now I think it's at the point where it is past the point of no return. And now you guys are being asked to take action in closing out this cycle, because Spirit really does want you to expand and evolve and move towards things that are also going to give back to you. So Spirit, what other messages are here? Fair woman, dealings or relationship with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. We have Beau, you are highly thought of. And then we have dark man, dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. So it feels like there really is, and there may be children involved in this too. But I'm also getting that you guys are seeking out legal advice and legal help, which is exactly what needs to happen. And know that you are supported. And even by going through this change, it may feel very heavy. It may feel like you won't get out of it, but you will. This is temporary. And just because something does not serve you the way that it used to doesn't mean that you don't have love for the situation. And everything that you have learned up until this point will serve you. But now it really is about checking in with yourself and seeing what aligns and what doesn't. So we have compassion and we have manifest. You're being asked to be kinder to yourself, to give yourself a break instead of being task maker, a bully, or a horrible friend. Be a loving comforter who always has your back. Yeah, so this is that energy that you give out to people, give out to your friends, your children, your wives, husbands, whatever. Put this back to you. Do something that really fills you up. Take yourself on a spoiling day, a shopping day, if that fills you up. Go on a hike, get out into nature. These are all things that will help ground you in the 3D while you are also processing this huge change. And then we have manifest. And you are always manifesting, whether you are aware of it or not. Manifestation is based on your thoughts, and you're being asked to manifest consciously through positive thinking, so you'll attract into your life exactly what you are wanting. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have give. One of the best feelings we can experience is giving to others. When we do so, we feel lifted up and our lives improve greatly because of someone else's happiness. Think of one way you can give to another today. Yeah. And I'm also getting to talk to yourselves in a more kind way. Um, I think that it's easy for us to move through life and subconsciously be putting ourselves down through our day, through the challenges that we're going through. And I'm really hearing that that is also playing into your manifestation. If you don't feel like you are worthy of something, it's going to take 10 times longer for it to manifest. So doing the inner work, doing that inner child work of really knowing that you are worthy and you do deserve love, you do deserve happiness, and rewriting those paradigms, those patterns, is really going to help uplift you and also help uplift others in your life, because I think I'm talking to people who have kids and families, and that's why this decision is so hard. All right, so for the goddess, we have medicine woman. You are a channel for divine healing power. Yep. So if you are ever feeling overwhelmed, know that you always have the power to channel divine energy. You don't have to seek out a tarot reader. You don't have to seek out a Reiki practitioner. Everything that you need is already inside of you. Of course, you need help sometimes, but know that your guides, your imprint is your own, and that is what's going to help serve you best. And by withdrawing and connecting with your guides, you are going to have a streamline of communication and divine information that is going to help you maneuver through any sort of challenges or any blockages through your life. And then we have blossoming at the bottom of the deck. You are just getting started, so have patience with yourself in the process and do not give up. I love that. So thank you guys for being here. Please like, share, subscribe if this reading was helpful. And we are going to be starting up markets here soon. We actually have one in Columbia this weekend, Columbia, South Carolina. And then the month of October is going to be pretty crazy. We have markets set up all 4 weekends in October. So if you are in the Charleston area, Greenville, Savannah, the East Coast, the Southeast Coast, we will be out and about doing our thing. Candles, sprays, the roll-ons, all of that. If you need anything, the link for the store is also in the description box below. But I hope you guys have a wonderful week and stay beautiful, and you will get through anything. If you need anything, you know where to find me. Blessed be. Bye.